ERC, quality service since 1972, repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hello, this is James Spann. This is our Weather Extreme video. This is for Tuesday morning, the 15th of January. Cold and unsettled weather is the story. A lot to talk about. Let's go right to some Skycam shots. And, ooh, this is nice. Yesterday grabbed that scene coming from the Demopolis Skycam. You know, the sun's going down about 5 o'clock in the evening now, actually 5:15. Getting some really nice shots during the 5 o'clock news. There's a tighter shot of that. That's looking south right down the Tom Bigby from the Demopolis Skycam on top of the Civic Center there. You can see the Alabama State docks over there on the left, and right around that bend is the Demopolis Lock and Dam. And Gulf Shore is looking nice. That was a sunset going down there about 5:15. But this morning, a quick peek at the real-time view there as I do the update. That's Tuscaloosa's shot. It's clear and cold again this morning. Many spots are below freezing. And there's our big picture. Cold trough in the east. Upper level low out there around El Paso, and those two features will combine for a cold precipitation event across the deep south here through midweek, and another big trough coming into the Pacific Northwest. A lot of things to talk about here for the next 5 to 7 days. First off, temperatures, boy, that's as cold as they've been all year up there, or all season over northern Minnesota. It looks like International Falls is around 17 below zero. In the meantime, the Chinook wind blowing over Montana. We've got mid-40s up there. In fact, it's warmer in Montana than in Birmingham this morning. And awfully cold out there in the Rockies. Noticed Alamosa, Colorado was down to about minus 28 yesterday. Now, this is the QPF map, and I would beg to differ with our friends at HPC on this one. This is suggesting the heaviest rain on the immediate Gulf Coast with hardly any up here. I think we'll see much better rain than that. Tomorrow night, maybe some folks getting up to 1 inch around here. All right, this is the Day 2 snow outlook, and this is for tomorrow night, Wednesday night. The better chance of snow in the little bullseye over the mountains of far north Georgia and North Carolina and far eastern Tennessee. So you might want to check out Mount Mitchell up there if you're looking for a big snow. Now, that snow, let's check out the ice outlook. And you never want to see this. Looks like a fairly respectable chunk of North Georgia. And I say North Georgia, the northern quarter of Georgia, with potential for some icing. And that's mainly north of Atlanta for tomorrow night. And that's ugly. And notice that moves into extreme northeast Alabama. So our friends up around Mentone and DeSoto State Park could have a period of freezing rain. And I sure agree with that. Here's a surface low track, and by golly, if we had some really cold air here, that would be a really nice snow event for us. This is suggesting the surface low running from the northwestern Gulf up to about Panama City and then up to Charleston. But just not quite cold enough for big problems. There could be a few snowflakes. Understand, there's no doubt about that. Let's just talk about it here. Let's go to modeling here. This is where you are at noon today. You can see the southern system over Old Mexico and the big northern troughs, number 1 and number 2. The first one delivering the colder air we have now. The second one will deliver cold air later in the week. At the surface, we've got our storm cranking up tomorrow. I'm sorry, let's go right to tomorrow. We'll leave it in the upper levels. This is at 500 millibars tomorrow, Wednesday, 12 noon. We got the trough out west, and at the surface low in the Gulf is developing nicely. And again, the GFS is faster than most other models in spreading rain up in here tomorrow. It could be the rain holds off until late afternoon, and it could be we'll have a period of virga initially, rain that falls and evaporates. And that evaporational cooling could play a factor in who gets some freezing rain up there in northeast Alabama. But again, cloudy tomorrow, rain beginning. We'll go to tomorrow night. At midnight, this is off the GFS, and our 0-degree line at 5,000 is now up there over Nashville, so this is clearly depicting mostly liquid here, but again, because of the evaporational cooling, there could be a few snowflakes or a period of freezing rain for the Tennessee Valley for a time tomorrow night. I don't think it'll cause any travel issues for most folks, but again, the one spot to watch is that northeastern corner up there, Mentone, and down toward DeSoto State Park and Dogtown. Here's a look at the NAM Wednesday night, and it's looking very similar. It's got the 0-degree line up there over southern Tennessee. So for the Interstate 20 corridor, it looks like just a cold rain. We'll go to Thursday morning at 6 o'clock. This is the GFS, and it's got the precipitation ending really early in the day Thursday. Your 0-degree line is almost up to the Kentucky border now. And on the NAM, it's the same thing with that warm air advection that was kicking in. So for most people, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden looks like just a cold rain. However, northeast of Gadsden, there could be a period of freezing rain and some icing up there on top of Lookout Mountain for a brief time. Nothing big deal. And then we go to midday Thursday, and it's all out of here. And this is back to the GFS, and we do note that very cold air back off to the northwest. Now, Friday, you know, the rodeo might not be over yet because we've still got the upper-level trough back off to the west. And at the surface, the GFS is beginning to pick up on the idea that other models have shown. The Canadian, that with that wave coming down, there could be another little batch of showers Friday afternoon or Friday night. And that's midday Friday. And I'll just say anything that falls Friday night would be in the form of snow showers. Obviously, there's hardly any moisture here to work with, but I think we had better look at maybe mentioning a mostly cloudy day Friday with a chance of a shower or two and maybe a snow shower Friday night. In fact, there's a look at midnight Friday night, and really the GFS keeps shutting all of this down to the south as the cold air begins to roll in. And then Saturday, here comes the flood of cold air as the cold trough is in place, and thickness values are just dropping like a rock. Windy and cold. Highs only in the mid-30s here. Huntsville will be below freezing all day, and everybody will have wind chill values below freezing all day. And then Sunday, that 1,036 millibar high works in here. We should be down in the teens Sunday morning. We've got the upper teens for Birmingham, mid-teens for Huntsville. And then Monday of next week, the latest run here kind of holds off that next system. If this is right, Monday would be dry and chilly, and then Tuesday, here comes the next one with rain. It would be warm enough for all rain at that point. And then Wednesday of next week, on the 23rd, here comes the next trough, and here comes another little batch of rain in through there. And I take that back. No, I don't take that back. That is the 23rd. I'm looking at my calendar here. That would be the middle of next week. Another close call, and again, note that there's a chance of snow on that back in North Mississippi. So you can see these things are just coming at us one after another, and it's all borderline here. And then out there at the end of the cycle on the 30th, there's another vortex down to the south. And again, that suggests the air might not be all that cold at this point. But hey, we're having a hard time enough with the weather 3 days in advance, much less 16 days in advance. That's it for the Weather Extreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 this afternoon. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.